Thank you, Stu. Thank you, Stu. Welcome. I'm sorry I can't join you all in person, but my day went sideways, and so I had to stay where I am. But I'm glad to be able to come to you virtually through the power of the internet. It's my pleasure and honor to welcome you to the ninth annual Harlem Emergency Preparedness Day event here at City College WHCR Radio. I got my start in radio back in the 1970s, and so always have a soft spot for radio and college radio in particular, which is where I spent some fun-filled years. But these days, I work as part of the Internet Society as a volunteer, helping to make the internet open, interoperable, free, available as possible. There's still a lot of work left to be done, but we keep doing it. So the Internet Society, as Stu mentioned, has a global headquarters in the United States, but has chapters all around the world, literally in every continent except Antarctica. And if anybody wants to go to Antarctica to start one up, be my guest. So the Internet Society has been around since the 1990s. It was founded by some of the same people who essentially invented the internet. So it has a long history of helping to keep the internet available to all. The New York chapter was founded in 1997, I believe, making it one of the older chapters of the Internet Society. And as a New York City based chapter, we think it's very important to focus on the issues of internet access and internet use in the urban environment that we are all in. So we have a number of initiatives, but we've been pleased to work with WEBT for a number of years, and also with the Smart Community Initiative, which you'll be hearing about a little bit later, and with Digital Divide Partners in bringing not only basic internet resources into public housing, but also public safety, educational, and other resources using the power of the internet. One of the important things is that merely being able to connect to the internet is not sufficient. It's necessary, but not sufficient. And the organizations that we work with make sure that not only can you find the internet, but you can get onto it and make a difference. So you'll be hearing from Doug Frazier, who's with Smart Community Initiative and one of the co-founders of this event, about the work that they're doing together that we're all a part of in trying to make the internet not only available, but useful. The Internet Society as a whole also has provided support during the pandemic. The Internet Society Foundation helped fund some of Digital Divide Partners' efforts to expand communications and streaming capabilities for public housing residents in Harlem. This is actually featured on their website if you go and look for it. So this is a very important aspect, and obviously emergencies are all too big a part of our lives. And with climate change and every other thing, emergencies are only getting more problematic. My personal superstorm, Sandy, had me without electricity in an elevator building for a week. I was thankfully able to keep a radio on with batteries and have something to hear about what's happening in the rest of the world. So I think it's important to understand that the internet is here, but is also here to help. I admire some of the work that Doug and Stu and the emergency team do to create and share, be able to create and share content and resources, communicate. The chapter has been as helpful as possible in doing that. You should check out the Smart Community Initiative at thesmartci.org. And of course, WEBT is available at whcrebt.org. And you can even look at the Internet Society. The Global Internet Society is at internetsociety.org. And the local chapter, ISOC New York, is at isoc-ny.org. And you can even join the Internet Society. It's free. You can be a member of the Global Internet Society and pretty much any chapters that you want to. But of course, I urge you to join the New York chapter. All of that's available at internetsociety.org. So I don't want to stand between you and Harlem Emergency Preparedness Day for any longer. So I congratulate in advance everyone who has put this together, worked so hard. I'll be hanging out in the background here, listening and learning along with all of you. And without further ado, I'll hand it back to Stu. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. That was Greg Shatton, president of the Internet Society New York chapter.